Hey everybody, back with a new episode of Downton Abbey. Last episode, I don't really know what Edith is going to do, but it sounds like they want to take her away from the Drews and put her in like a boarding school. But then Edith was making a phone call, so I don't know exactly what she's going to do, but they got to decide what they're going to do with that girl because they're messing up other people's lives by trying to conceal this child while also still having the child in Edith's life. Mr. Bricker made his move, wrong move, got caught up, and I don't think we'll be seeing him again. And, they're still questioning Anna about the murder. Oh God. Thomas still don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something to himself. Mary having dinners with Mr. Blake. I don't know if that's going to go somewhere. Miss Bunting left, and I'm upset about that. But she did good by Tom and by Daisy. So I hate to see her go, but she left a mark. And Miss Patmore came into some money. She's going to maybe get her a little house. Exciting for her. And, we're about halfway done with the season now. And I think this season's been pretty good, better than the last. So I'm excited to see what happens next. Oh, also, I know now that the prince is not the one that was being anti-Semitic. It was the guy he was with. So I still am interested in what he's got going on with the Dowager, and I hope she can still help find his wife. And I don't know what Lady Isabel's going to do. Maybe she will actually be a lady, even though I call her that anyway. But I like Mr. Murden, even though the Dowager has her feelings about him. So I'm excited to see what everybody's up to. So let's get back into it. Uh-oh. Mr. Gregson?
I don't want to disturb you.
Don't be silly, you couldn't disturb me.
I only came to tell you Edith's about to receive some very bad news.
What? How do you know?
He's
Her
still not
relative's on his
sleeping
way
in
to
there?
see her this afternoon. I'm afraid it's what we've been waiting for.
No, I am sorry, truly. He was a nice man. Though what he saw in Edith.
Mary?
Goodness. The York announced you're holding a point-to-point at Canningford Grange on Saturday.
Why would his lordship come to Downton after you've broken it off?
Because he still won't accept that I know my own mind.
Deal?
Anna, do you think I'm looking rather frumpy?
Certainly not, my lady.
I'm tempted to remind them of what they're missing.
Oh!
Never be that heartless.
I heard from Charles today. He and Tony are competing in the point-to-point at Canningford on Saturday.
Atticus was talking about that. Atticus?
Oh, she's still
Atticus
talking to him?
Aldridge, the chap I met in York.
This must be it.
You want to come with us tomorrow?
Only if you wouldn't mind.
This is the olive branch, I suppose.
If it's too much trouble.
No?
I wanted you from the moment I first saw you. More than mortal men ever wanted woman.
It
Ooh.
is an historical detail.
If Irina were dead, I would ask you to run away with me now.
Deal?
Run away. Well, there's no one left to run away from.
He wants to come back with that man from Scotland Yard. He wants to see Miss Baxter this time.
Miss Baxter? What's she got to say about it?
Search me.
When are they coming?
Tomorrow morning.
I hope they don't stay all day, or we'll miss our appointment.
Gregson's dead, I'm afraid.
Damn.
And was it this Herr Hitler?
Apparently. At least his gang of thugs. During the so-called beer killer putsch in Munich. It took
Really?
days for the police to get the city back under control, and by then any trace of Gregson was buried.
At least they've locked Hitler up for 5 long years.
Oh yeah,
Says he won't
that won't
be
stick.
anything like it.
Oh, poor Edith. How is she taking it?
Hard to say. It wasn't a surprise, of course.
At least she
There's
knows.
always a shred of hope, isn't there?
Shall I come and see her?
She wanted to be on her own.
She probably wants to go see her daughter.
I'm sorry, my
Yep.
lady. I'm afraid it's not convenient just now.
What are you studying now, Daisy?
The War of the Spanish Succession.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I'm very...
Very what, Mr. Molesley?
Oh, never mind.
She's back there in the kitchen now, shouting at the top of her voice and refusing to wash your things.
Well, I'm sure this is all very interesting to Mrs. Crawley.
I'm sorry, my lady, but I can't help it. May I send her in?
Have you decided at last?
Yes, I think so.
Oh,
But please don't pester me. I'll let you know on Saturday.
Tell us.
I'm having rather a problem with Mr. Spratt, milady.
Yeah, we
I
know.
do not know if Miss Collins pandered to him, but he seems to have no knowledge of the proper role of a lady's maid.
Well, we all pander to Spratt in this house, Dinker.
I found a book by Mary Stopes, and a box containing a cunning piece of equipment to ensure there would be no baby beds.
And I'm supposed to applaud your poking around in my things, am I?
Now, just a minute.
Come in, Lily. I'll leave these on the table
Maybe you
for
should ask her instead of assume,
Oh, Daisy, there you are.
Mr.
I
Bates.
wondered if you'd like to borrow this.
I don't know, I've got so many books already.
Don't be churlish, Daisy. Mr. Mose is offering to lend you one of his prized possessions.
If you can honestly say you have never let a flirtation get out of hand since we married, if you have never given a woman the wrong impression, then by all means, stay away. Otherwise, I expect you back in my room tonight.
You better get in that room. What you did was way worse than what she did. She didn't even do anything. That's what I thought.
But why me? What have I got to do with this? I wasn't even working here when Mr. Green first came.
That's right. She only
Thank
came.
you, Mrs. Hughes. I want to talk about your past. Would you prefer
She didn't
me
want
alone?
this.
I don't think I can allow you to question a maid in this house without my being present.
Miss Baxter?
Let us stay. I believe there was an incident when Mr. Green was staying here. And there may have been a journey to London that no one knew about, but I couldn't swear.
Thanks for your help, Miss Baxter.
I can't believe they used that
Who
against
told
her.
you I knew anything.
We had a letter.
From whom?
Good day, Mrs. Hughes.
From whom?
This is just the kind of work we're looking for, isn't it?
I knew you'd say that.
Why?
They'd cost the most.
What about these designs? Maybe much cheaper.
Much nastier.
Mrs. Hughes, have you seen Miss Baxter?
It's not like you to seek Miss Baxter's company.
Oh,
Serious, Mrs. Hughes.
Thomas, was it you? It looks like cellulitis.
I've done something that I shouldn't have.
The letter.
If you knew what it was, you wouldn't want to be part of this.
I know what it was.
It is wonderful on you, my lady.
I hope so. My father will explode.
Oh, look at you. Not at all
It made me feel
frumpy.
Very strong.
You've been injecting yourself with a solution of saline.
That's not harmful, though, is it?
Obviously wasn't sterilised. Repeated injections would cause fever.
What did you think saline was going to do?
I went to London for what they call electrotherapy, and the pills and injections.
Oh, they gave you
were supposed
snake
to
oil.
Continue the process.
There is no drug, no electric shock that will achieve what you want.
You mean I've been taken for a mug?
Yes.
My advice to you, Thomas, would be to accept the burden that chance has seen fit to lay upon you.
Well, that's it. I'm going to take it.
Hey.
Now, if you'll come outside, I'll take the key back and give him my answer.
Paula Negri comes to Yorkshire. Well, we really are living in a modern world.
Golly, I'm jealous.
Oh, it is you. I thought it was a man wearing your
Oh,
clothes.
stop.
It suits you.
I'm just amazed that even you would choose the day after I learn the man I love is dead to try out a new fashion.
Oh,
I believe
Edith.
that's quite fair. And if that weren't enough, you've planned a jolly picnic for Saturday. Am I really expected to join in? Hopefully not, as you usually spoil everything.
Oh, that's... You didn't have to say that.
You think I'm a murderer?
You're projecting.
I wanted to.
Did you not?
The fact that it was in my pocket, untorn, was proof that I never travelled.
Which is why you were so angry when I gave it to Mrs. Hughes.
But Mary burned it.
She gave me such confidence. She'd tell me how sharp I was, how quick.
I agree with her.
Oh.
It's harder on your own. Harder to believe.
Could I help?
Oh, is he going to help you?
Mrs. Hughes,
A
do you
tutor?
remember that overcoat I gave you? For the
Oh, it's
refugees
gone.
when we were in London?
Oh no, they did too much.
I do. They were very glad of it.
I gave away the proof of my husband's innocence.
You better not go down for this, I swear to God. Not again. Everything is circumstantial, though. They have nothing.
Tell them my mind was made up, and I wasn't hysterical or anything.
Where are you going?
And give them my love.
Oh, God, Edith.
You've lost your mind.
Tell her.
It's true. Marigold's a daughter.
Oh, we're coming out with it.
She's holding over you, but you can't let her get away with it.
I have a copy of her birth certificate.
Oh!
I have others. You've cooked this up between you.
That's enough. We've nothing formal that gives us any claim over her.
Only a note from a dying father.
Which I wrote.
No!
This is awful for her.
Wait.
Let her say goodbye.
Don't be afraid. I don't.
That is sad.
Is your new mummy.
This did not go well.
I'm dying to ride astride. Why don't you? Not if my grandmother's watching.
Do it.
You seem more than able to choose which laws to keep and which to break. Don't be spiky when I only want what you want. Which is for you and Tony to walk into the sunset together. I do resent you, and I can't make it too easy for him.
Damn, Mary.
They're just about ready to go.
You won't give me away. You mean you've accepted him? I know you'll think me foolish, but I feel it's my last chance of a new adventure before I'm done.
Go for it.
He seems a nice boy.
Yeah, he
That's
does.
why the Catholics is. I mean, she won't be expected to convert. Convert to what? Judaism.
Do you think that we should invest in a property together?
What?
What on earth do you mean?
I was thinking if Mrs. Patmore can do it, then we might buy somewhere jointly as a business venture.
Together, though.
Share the rental income.
He wants to retire with you. Ah! She knows what it means.
Not to anyone.
Well, she got that news and ran with it. I guess the final nail being in the coffin with Mr. Gregson was enough to get her to skedaddle. I can't believe Hitler was involved in what happened to Mr. Gregson. I didn't see that coming. But I do feel terrible for Mrs. Drew. Another family disrupted by these links that they're willing to go to avoid the scandal. I feel like now Edith, if she comes back, I think she wouldn't play games about it anymore. That's her daughter. It's what it is. So I don't know how she would come back and what it would mean and how everyone would respond, but she made a big move. But like, she has money because Mr. Gregson left her the publishing firm. So she's set. She doesn't have to come back, but it'd be weird if she doesn't. I wonder if the Dowager is going to tell everyone. I mean, she doesn't know where she went, but she knows about Marigold. We'll see. Wow. Mary, she is in her hot girl era. She is getting her hair did and showing out in front of everyone, making everyone eat it, which, you know, good for her, I guess, but damn, she don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. She don't feel bad at all about the boys or Edith. Like, I know Edith and her don't have the greatest relationship, but to not even understand where Edith is coming from is pretty harsh. It's your sister, girl. Well, I like her hair, and I like that she will buck the system, but, you know, only in her own, like, ways. Like, she still is going to ride side saddle, so she has limitations. But she is doing her shit. Okay. I'm glad we know about Thomas. That's the second time he's gotten got for, you know, his business venture that was, you know, he bought all that food that wasn't real food, and now he was just injecting saline with dirty needles. I'm glad it's just an infection and it seems like they can clear it up, but I mean, I knew it had something to do with sexuality. I'm glad it wasn't actually like chemicals that he was using. But it's sad that he has to go to that length to try to be normal. But I'm glad that Dr. Clarkson told him, like, this is not something you can change. Just try to make the best of a bad situation, and not being gay is not a bad situation. It's just the environment he's in. But, you know, as bad as it is, the family he's with accepts him. So it could be worse. And I hope he finds happiness. I mean, we found out he did send that letter on Miss Baxter, but she's just the kindest. And even though he kind of screwed her over, she was still wanting to help him. She's just like a really good lady. And I'm glad Mrs. Hughes was like, well, Cora knows, so I ain't got anything else to say about it. But it's shitty that the cops like try to hold that over her. And oh my God, Mr. Bates, I was certain that he did it. Like, how coincidental. I mean, he chalked it up to fate that Mr. Green would die at the same time he was going to kill him, but stopped himself. And it's nice that he did for the reasons that he did, because he was like, you wouldn't want me to do this. You told me. Or like, he knew that she would be afraid that he would be hanged, and like she's already gone through that. She doesn't need to go through that again. I hope she can make him understand that the contraception wasn't hers. He really came at her sideways with that, and I did not like that. But I guess they're in a good place now, and it's so funny they went through all of those hoops to like get that ticket, and that was actually the salvation. Oh my God, the irony. I still think, I mean, he didn't do it. I feel like now that the real truth is out there, it's a matter of time before it gets cleared up. Hopefully. I'm so tired of it. But now that we know the truth, which I didn't, you know, I thought we knew the truth, but now we know the truth. I mean, I guess it's good. I wouldn't have blamed him if he had done it, honestly. But it's good that he doesn't have it on his conscience, and she doesn't either. Isabel is gonna be a lady, so I will not be wrong about calling her a lady anymore. Good for her. I'm happy for her. I know the Dowager doesn't like it, but Merton seems like a good dude, and she seems into him, and if this is an adventure for her, go for it. I'm happy for her. Rose and Atticus seem to be getting along quite nice. The families are meeting already. He seems like a good guy, so I'm glad for Rose has really stepped into Sybil's place. She's the third daughter now. You know, no one can replace Sybil, but I like Rose and I want her to be happy, so I hope it works out for her. I like that we saw Miss Patmore's place, and that she seems like she's gonna get that cottage, and now Mr. Carson wants to get a place with Mrs. Hughes. And I know he said it was a business move, but I think she could see what it really is. And they've been dancing around this for a while now. They need to just acknowledge that there is something between them. I want to see it. Ah, amazing. I really loved Daisy, and I really love that she's continuing on with her studies. She really, Miss Bunting lit a fire under her, and it's nice for her to want to have more out of this life. So I say good for her with that as well. And Mr. Mosley helping her out, or, you know, giving her book, wanting to relate to her, and Miss Patmore telling her to be nice to him. But maybe they can have a little friendship, and he can, you know, vicariously live through her, wanting her to succeed because he never got the opportunity. Love to see that too. So yeah, this was good. It certainly changed some things. You know, Mary stepping out and Edith is stepping out. Literally, she left. And we'll see how the Mr. Bates storyline goes. But I feel like this is the real wrap up of it, knowing the actual truth. But hopefully the cops let it the fuck go. And I'm glad Robert moved back in. Like, he knew as soon as she said that. He was like, well, you know what? She's got a point. I'm glad that was pointed out, because he was being absolutely hypocritical. He did way worse than she did. She did nothing wrong. So I think they're good. So yeah, this was a good episode. And the Dowager talking to the prince, like, he's like, I like you more than my wife, than I ever liked her. I don't think anything's going to happen there. I think they're probably going to find his wife. I think the Dowager is not willing to take that adventurous route in the same way that Isabel is. But it's a nice, you know, what if, what could have been for her. But she said herself, she likes her life. It just, you know, it's just one of those things you can like daydream about, like what could have happened. But I hope they do find the princess. But yeah, this was a good episode. Some shocking things happened, but I'm glad we know for sure about Mr. Gregson. It sucks and it's wild what happened, but closure is better than that false hope like they talked about. So, and it spurred Edith into action. I mean, if she really could not be without her daughter. Like, that was proven to be true. So, like, this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. It just sucks that so many people got hurt along the way because of, like, the traditions of this family. So, we'll see what fallout comes of what happened. But, yeah. Good episode. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll be back soon.